Hi, and welcome to my second short announcement about my current calligraphy courses. A few weeks ago, I released all my courses as self-paced learning experiences, and this short video is to present you with my second course called Pump Up Your Copperplate Calligraphy. You can find the URL to access this course on the description on this video and additional information. So let's go. I'm going to be sharing the screen with you and walk you through it. So the platform where my courses are sitting is mariamontes.online/courses. You can see there are currently 5 self-paced, pre-recorded learning experiences, and the first 3 are focused on Copperplate calligraphy. So today I'm going to be presenting level 2 called Pump Up Your Copperplate. This course is again pre-recorded with lifetime access. You have 17 hands-on lessons, and I'm going to talk to you now about everything included in this course. So the course starts with an introduction to the course, which is a video of 8 minutes open to everyone. So you don't need to purchase the course to access this video, and you will get a good feeling of all the content inside. After, there is an additional video about my career and trajectory as a graphic designer, letterer, calligrapher, and typeface designer. And then we go into the course contents and a bit more about my bio and additional resources that can be very helpful. The second part are the materials and the blank guidelines. So you're going to find a video talking about the materials needed or recommended for the course, and a visual PDF file with all these materials. Also, you will have blank guidelines in DNA or US letter, depending what your current format is, and again, additional resources to download. The next sections are about right and left-hander setup. So for me, it's important to talk about principles and to make sure that if you are not using the right positioning for your pen, for your body, for the paper towards the table, this is a good intro explaining all the basics for both sides, right-hander and left-hander. I am a right-hander calligrapher, so all my experience is with the right hand, but I became more and more interested in starting my left-hander practice. So in here, apart from these setting up recommendations coming from me, as I said, a right-hander practitioner, you can also see the motivation behind my left-hander practice and some of the very beginning and embarrassing exercises with my left hand, which on the video I talk about how this actually has helped me with motivation a lot, especially now after more than a decade practicing calligraphy. Then we go into the thick of it. So in here, I divided modules by letter forms and by content. So the first one is about letter lowercase b and b variations. You have videos about every specific subject, and also you have all the class notes that I am showing you on those videos. So the second one talks about letter F for the lowercase and double Fs. And also I touch upon things like finger movement versus hand movement versus arm movement. Again, you have a specific video of half an hour and also all the scans of the exercises shown on those videos. Then I go into P variations. So the P we learn on the principles of Copperplate calligraphy, and then variations that we can add onto them. And the same format, half an hour or under half an hour video, and all the notes that have been shown on those videos. The next one is about letter R. As we know, we normally learn a couple of variations, which is a cursive R and a half R versions. So then we can dive deeper into how to build properly these shapes, and also how to combine these shapes when we have double ups. so double R's, which are in Spanish very common. And what happens when we have several R's in the same group of text and we decided to combine different types of shapes. So another video just under 30 minutes and all the notes on this video for you to download. Then we go into variations of S and double S and the same type of format, and variations into X and its variations. So the X I teach on the principles of Copperplate calligraphy is based on 2 independent strokes. And also we have variations where it can become like an entire cursive letter, and modern variations of this X. So another under half an hour video and the notes for you to download. Then I go into talking about letter connections and the differences between the connections depending on which pair of letters we are talking about. Then we go to tackle capital letters. So in my introduction to Copperplate calligraphy, I explained that I start teaching simpler capital letters, which simpler does not equal easier. So simpler sometimes can be even more complex than letters that are really busy, because when letters are busy, your eyes get caught in all the visual noise and can look at the first glance nicer than what they actually are. And by teaching simpler capitals, we strip capitals from a lot of ornamentation, and we talk about the bone structure of these letter forms. Well, on these videos, I go back to this bone structure and talk about in detail properties of these letters and how to master, or at least at this point, elevate our existing knowledge of these capitals. So letter capital I, B, R, P, F, and T. Next one is variations on letter Y and Z, talking about longer variations where we not only use 3 units of these capitals, but now we are extending it into 5 units and showing a couple of examples. The next chapter is low versus high contrast, also condensed versus extended. So in here, I'm showing you variations of what we already know, on that we can create with the same principles that we have learned, how to decrease or increase the contrast, or how to narrow or widen the alphabet DNA. The next chapter is talking about word spacing and line spacing and how we can bring variations into this space. The next chapter is an in-depth section called Writing Copperplate in Real Time. And you can find some of these videos on my YouTube channel, but also what you can have in here now is the PDF files of the notes of each video. So you will be able to download the actual notes that I showed on each video with the exact letter forms that I have been talking about. So this part is really extensive. So we have 5 parts, which each downloadable notes for each of them. And then we go into creating a title, another half an hour video with the class notes to download, and then additional resources. So in here, I'm providing for you to get more knowledge into additional types of paper, additional types of inks, and additional types of nibs for you to explore, because the nib, the ink, and the paper you're using might be working really great or might be working just okay. And then once you tweak maybe the ink or maybe the paper or maybe the nib, you feel that those materials are suddenly a little bit of, well, a better fit and a better match for your requirements, for your type of body, for your amount of pressure, for your strength on your hand and arm movements. So it's trying to guide you how you can maybe personalize your experience a little bit more, regardless of the tools that I use, because I have my own needs and you might have your own needs based on your personal structure of your body. Now, The last part is an example of my folio of work, my professional folio of work, and I'm presenting you with examples to see things that you can achieve if you stick to this practice for long enough and you don't lose the love and the respect and the passion for the practice. So all of these can be found again in this platform with the URL mariamontes.online/courses. And today I presented you with level 2 Pump Up Your Copperplate Calligraphy, which is a course for students with existing knowledge on level 1 principles of Copperplate Calligraphy. Thank you very much for your attention, and I hope you will enjoy the learning. And please share anything that you come up with at the end of the course with me. Have a great week.